Please welcome freshman members of the House of Representatives Elaine Luria, Dan Crenshaw, Susie Lee, Denver Riggleman, David Trone, and Tim Burchett.
One more over. Pretty big hall.
At a time when America is so divided, each of us made the decision to step forward. I have served our country. I was one of the first women to serve the entirety of my career on combatant ships. Each of us believes that participating in our government is not just our responsibility, it's our calling.
Like Elaine, I'm a veteran of the United States Navy. I was a U.S. Navy SEAL. My experiences overseas have imbued in me a deep love of country and desire to serve, both in combat and in Congress. Here on stage, we have Democrats and Republicans coming together from Virginia, Texas, Maryland, Nevada, and Tennessee. At a time when America needs it the most, we believe that it is our mission to find common ground.
As a mother of two, I ran for office as an education advocate, committed to working with my colleagues to advance solutions that impact all of our children. Foreign policy wasn't the focus of my campaign, but Congress cannot neglect this issue or America's role in the world. I'm fortunate to have many great friends who are active in the Las Vegas AIPAC community. They helped underscore the importance of the U.S. Israeli relationship before I ran for office.
I first traveled to Israel in 1996 when the nation was in the midst of a series of terrorist bus bombings. That time I was serving in the United States Air Force. And I never forgot the strength shown by the people I've met. All these years later, as I embarked on my campaign, I remained committed to a safe and secure Israel. And I knew I had an obligation to understand the issues impacting the region. For each of us here, the people of AIPAC offered themselves as a resource and a partner, and for that, we say thank you.
I have been to Israel many times. My love for Israel, U.S. relationship cannot be expressed in words alone. I believe deeply America is stronger because of its relationship with Israel. But understanding Israel and the relationship is best achieved firsthand. There's no comparison to seeing it and studying it for yourself. So even before we took the oath of office, we made a commitment.
This past December, the six of us traveled to Israel together with AIPAC's Education Foundation. It was my first visit, but I can honestly say there is nothing like seeing Israel for yourself. We visited Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and everywhere in between. We saw an ancient homeland so central to my faith and others, and a startup nation so central to all of our future.
We met with military scholars, officials, journalists, and Israeli leaders from across the political spectrum. We had honest and real conversations about the issues impacting the region. We stood on Israel's borders, looking into Syria and Lebanon.
We traveled to the Gaza Strip. We met with families impacted by years of sustained rocket and terror attacks. We saw firsthand one of the tunnels being dug by Hamas into Israeli territory, with the sole purpose of infiltrating Israel and killing civilians. Few of us can imagine what it is like living near these tunnels. But we were proud that America and Israel are working together to stop these rocket attacks and destroy these tunnels.
This trip was comprehensive. It gave us a wide-angle view of the challenges and the opportunities that Israel and America have in the region. But the trip was more than just learning about Israel. We learned about ourselves and became friends with one another. I love you, Denver.
I love you, Susie. I do love her.
I'm telling somebody's wife.
We forged relationships that will be crucial in finding common ground on this and other important issues facing our country. You gave us hope that the bipartisanship that exists here is possible everywhere.
So tomorrow, when you go to Capitol Hill, know that you are doing the most American thing possible. You are using your voice and advocating for what you believe is right.
When you get home and you are once again bombarded with stories about how America's divided, how Democrats and Republicans don't work together, remember this picture and remember that you all made it possible. Thank y'all.